You're welcome back. Recently, I think precisely Tuesday, there was an award here in Lagos where young and enterprising journalists were brought from all over the country and honored for their outstanding works that they've been doing, writing articles that are breathtaking and so many other things. And we were lucky to capture one of them, as it were, all the way from Cross River State, who also came to get this award. We are very glad this afternoon to bring to you Sylvia Akpan. Good afternoon and welcome to the run-up.
A very good afternoon to you. I kind of like the way you stress the Akpan.
Yeah, I should know how to pronounce it, Akpan.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Good. Okay, you are a student of, we used to know it as Cross River State University of Technology. Now it's changed to University of Cross River State, right?
Yes.
Does it make the institution a little bit better?
Yes, because, oftentimes we're known for these notorious acts of cultism and the rest. So at least the name have actually changed the institution from what it were before to,
How does a name change an institution from being a
before you could just hear Crutech, don't send your children or your child to that school is always bad. But now, if you tell somebody Unicross, they'll be thinking, like
it's something new.
Yeah, something new, something different from how it was known for.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Maybe we should change the name of Nigeria to something else. God be our back. That's our new name now. Okay, but it's interesting. We were able to capture you. Sorry that we dragged you to this place, but you won an award. And it really got to us that, for instance, you are still a student in school doing mass communication, but you've already been recognized by a very reputable institution for your work. Tell us the journey that led to this award. What made you win this award and the rest of the people that did as well?
Okay, actually, what led to the award is my writing skill, because I would say growing up, I wasn't this type that talks too much, because I felt like talking will actually make me look like I just want to be known, just like in class. I'm this type of student who would not like to talk, but when it comes to writing, I'll give you nothing but the absolute best. So I actually demonstrated this natural ability in some of my publication. I could really remember the first article I wrote, though it wasn't that professional kind of writing, but I wasn't deterred. Did I say I made mistakes? Yes, I did. But in all of these mistakes, I learned. I was consistent. I didn't let the failure to determine or maybe deter me from, stopping the act of writing. I proceeded, right? I actually started writing consistently until I made a perfect writer, which is the reason why I started writing for Cross River Watch. And of course, Nigeria Grassroots, which actually earned me the award, of which you can attest to it.
Okay, you just mentioned Cross River Watch. Cross River Watch, rather.
Yes.
The owner of Cross River Watch is a notorious critic of government, Agba Jalingo, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how has that helped to shape your life as both a writer and someone who has an impact in the political space?
Okay, first of all, I would start by saying that the hazard of journalism has far more overwhelmed the glamour of journalism, because during my stay in Cross River Watch before reporting back to school, I know the challenges I had passed through. Like you could write a story, and then maybe you in the course of writing the story, you disclose what was not meant to be disclosed, and in the course of that, they will come for you. And then, as I keep telling people, there's no hidden place for a golden fish. Like the incident that they just concluded, the incident had actually transpired. I could remember when I dressed up to go to work. I don't know what happened. I just stopped going. I just decided to stay back at home that moment, and then only for me to hear that the entire staff of Cross River Watch have been arrested. I was like, oh, because of the publication we made. Wow. But we weren't discouraged. We'll keep making the public know the truth, and then we'll keep holding the government. We'll always hold them accountable for whatever it is that they are up to.
Yeah, because Agba Jalingo's publications, that Cross River Watch, is not permit the word, it's not a very normal one, because every time it's like he's poking fire. He's on the neck of every governor, in fact, even up to the federal level.
Yes,
So,
I guess that's the reason why they call us troublemaker. Yes, sometimes you could just want to go and dispatch a letter and they'll be like, which media house? The moment you mention Cross River Watch, you might even be denied the liberty to dispatch the letter and get a feedback. Yep.
so, but have you ever had a situation where you thought, I should have worked for a media house that is milder, that doesn't run into trouble all the time, instead of or if you were to choose, would you still choose a media house like Cross River Watch?
Well, I would say, but my parents, their fear, I don't know why they keep living in fear that maybe I could be annihilated, or especially my mom, she's always scared. Most times she will just say, if they say talk about this person, do not say it though. I can't be the thought of losing you, right? Though the work is somewhat dangerous, especially for a female. Yep.
Okay, but you don't fear as much as your mother?
No.
Okay. So, in your your journey into the political space, I'm not talking about it like you are contesting anyway, but you have an interaction with politicians, or at least you stand where you can poke in their eye all the time. What are your expectations for 2023? I hope you have a PVC anyway.
Yes, I do.
You do.
I've always looked around. Okay, whenever I see any gathering where young people are, I'm always saddled with the responsibility of approaching them, and then I'll ask them if they've gotten their PVC, because what I witnessed in the just concluded by-election, it was something else. I mean, there was a lot of voter apathy. Like, some persons were playing, some were just going to the farm thinking that even if they should get their PVC, their vote doesn't count. So I don't know why they had to come up with such notion that there's no need for them to go out there to vote. But like I said earlier, I'm always saddled with the responsibility of, ensuring that their votes count, yes. So they shouldn't feel inferior. They should go out and vote so that the country, even though it is bad, we believe that someday, sometimes, God is going to,
I hear you. So what's the kind of president you want in 2023? If you can just describe some of the qualities you would love in the next president. Not necessarily telling us whether you have a candidate or not. At least because you have a PVC, we know you're going to vote. But what are the qualities you're looking out for in a president that will superintend over the affairs of your country?
Okay, the qualities I'm looking out for is a president who is straightforward. There are some presidents that will just, some candidates, if they want to get your heart, they'll just they want to shower you with some money, especially, I don't know, is actually those small people that they usually get to buy their heart, so that they'll use this money to sustain their stomach infrastructure. So one of the qualities I would like my president to to possess as it should refrain. It shouldn't be this type of person who just speak because he wants to speak. Like, he shouldn't subject himself to maybe excessive telling of lies. He should just keep to his promissory and then see how he can make the country a better place. And then he should be intelligent and then have the ability to...
I wonder why you brought that up anyway. But Mr. Bayo, I think Mr. Bayo is still standing by. Mr. Bayo, do you have something to say to this young lady who just won an award, still in school, but writing and getting an award and all that, before she finally tells us, gives us a message to some people of her age bracket? Mr. Bayo, please.
No, I mean, for me, I just wish to congratulate her. I think it's a great thing to win an award while you're still more or less developing as a journalist. Those awards don't come until you've actually been practicing full time. So this is very encouraging. I would just like to ask her I wouldn't ask who she thinks should be president. For me, I think we should also be equally concerned as we are about who becomes president, about who becomes governor, So what kind of governor would you like to see in your state? Because you're basically practicing in Cross River. So the next governor, based on the experiences of the past years, what would you expect this governor to have? Which areas would you like the governor to focus on?
Okay,
We've had a 7+ years of Ayadi. we've had a Donald Duke, we've had a Lieli Moke and all that, but we have the future ahead of us. What are the qualities, according to him, that you would like in a governor of Cross River State, where you come from?
Okay, I would still liken the present, okay, maybe the incoming governor to still possess the same feature as Donald, because he was able to maintain the city of Calabar green and clean. And then I also would want my governor to be a kind of governor who does not just seek about the welfare of his people, like his relative, but also carry every other person along, and then a governor who would create an enabling environment for youth and provide employment opportunities and the rest of the government parastatals.
Or infrastructure.
Infrastructure,
Yeah.
I meant to say.
Okay. Well, a final word to the youths concerning the forthcoming 2023 election. Let's just wrap it up from there.
Okay, I am urging on all the youth, if you've already registered for your PVs, because I've noticed that a lot of them actually registered, maybe because they were forced to, but they haven't obtained it yet. And I'm charging on all of them to go and obtain their PVC so that they will go out and vote. And then they shouldn't also live with the notion that their vote doesn't count. Yes, their vote counts. And then, what am I going to say again?
Okay, we can drop it there. Sylvia, it's been a pleasure having you. Mr. Bayo, here's where we're wrapping up, and would like to thank you also for being there. You've sat there for 1.5 hours, and this is quite something.
Yes.
Still,
Because I mean, as usual, the run-up is always exciting. So it's a privilege and an honor to always be a part of the production or presentation as well.
okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Bayo, for being there today for us. For Sylvia, it's been a big pleasure having you, and we congratulate you on your award. We are hoping that you win more awards and hopefully grow to the point you will come back to Plus TV. I'll be writing wonderful articles and doing documentaries with us. But we'd like to congratulate you and hope that the future will even be brighter than where you're finding yourself now. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And that is how we wrap it up on today's show. The run-up continues on Monday. For now, we want to wish you a happy weekend on behalf of the entire crew of the run-up. My name is Nyamgul Agaji. Stay fit, stay healthy, stay patriotic. Happy weekend.